Lena Horne on vocals, Max Roach on drums, Noel Pointer on violin. Just 3 jazz icons born or raised in Brooklyn. And if you want to talk about all the greats who just played here, well, do we have all day or what? No, we don't. Today, we celebrate Jazz in June, which is also National Black Music Month, with a spotlight once again on the Fort Greene Jazz Festival. But before we get the details from our guests, let's take a look at one of them performing at last summer's festival.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I went to London, I went to Tokyo, saw my cousin in Ohio. I am a woman that like to make news. I'm a woman and I like to sing the blues. I sing my blues everywhere. When we get back on my mama there, one is up front, one's behind. One on my arm and 2 on my mind. Look out, baby, might have made your move too soon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You're a wonderful audience. We love you. Thank you, Eric. Thank you to the wonderful band for coming out today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look out, baby. You know you made your move too soon. Hey, hey, baby. You know you made your move too soon. Look out, baby. You know you made your move too soon. On the first Monday in October. Would love to see you there. Thank you so much for coming to Club Fort Greene.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cynthia Holliday! Oh, yes! You know, that's how we do it at the Fort Greene Jazz Festival. Thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. On keyboard, Miss Daniela Schechter. Yes. On tenor sax, Mr. Gene Gee. On trumpet and flugelhorn, Miss Alicia Rao. On drums, Mr. Lon Ivy. On bass, Mr. Terran Cole and Mr. Eric Lemon. On guitar.
Yes!
Love it. You made your move too soon. That's why you get it. Sorry. That's what Miss Cynthia said. Here to tell us more about the 6th annual Fort Greene Jazz Festival, which kicks off with a performance and fundraising event at LIU's Cumble Theater this Thursday, the 18th, is the lovely artist you just saw, Miss Cynthia Holliday. Great to have you here in person. I loved that song. I was like,
Thank you.
We want to welcome back to BK Live, the festival's founder and jazz musician himself, Mr. Eric Frazier. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Eric.
Yes, so what is it about this music? It just gets you in a mood. You know what I mean? We were watching the serious talk, then Miss Cynthia came on, and the next thing you know, Greggy and I are bopping, and he's talking about how he plays the sax.
I do play the sax, yeah. More on that later.
What is it about the effect that jazz music has on people?
Well, it's inspiring. It's motivating. It places you in a moment in time and space where you forget about the environment, your surroundings, what's going on in your life. It puts you in a happy place, you know? And Cynthia can speak to that as well.
Yeah, Cynthia, what can you tell us about your career in jazz and what originally made you fall in love with the music?
I'm a musician's kid.
Okay.
My dad played, he was the band leader for, Calvin Hughes, his name was. He was a band leader for his own band, and so as a kid, I would go to hear him play and watch him, and our house was command central for rehearsals and so forth, so I grew up. I didn't know I was loving it. You know, that's the thing. You expose your children to certain kinds of music, and while, you know, I rebelled and I was only into R&B and I like this and like that, eventually you just fall back into what you grew up to know and love.
What are some of your favorite memories over the course of your career in the music industry?
My favorite memory is when my father invited me to play with his band.
Wow.
Because I didn't grow up singing, I actually grew up as a dancer.
Okay.
And one day, just to cut to the chase, Daddy, I want to sing. Okay, he sends me to his friend to begin to take vocal lessons. And in the meantime, I'm watching him. Regina Bell used to be his singer when she was young at that time.
Wow.
And I watched other female vocalists performing with the band, and I knew you had to have your stuff together in order to sing with his band. And the day that he said, well, I want to invite you to, play on this gig with me, that really meant so much to me. It did. And then I remember the first time I was hired by a club in New York City in Harlem, Showman's. That was also memorable. So I'm like in heaven right now. I am so living my dream.
That's
really,
wonderful.
Really.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So now you're in the 6th year of the festival. Tell us what we can expect.
Well, you can expect a lot of people.
Okay.
You can expect to see some great performances. Cynthia Holliday being featured, of course.
On July 25th?
That's the kickoff.
Okay.
And also the festival.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, jazz obviously covers a wide spectrum of, sort of aspects of the genre. What else can people see at the festival? What are some of your favorite parts or memories even from the past 6 years of the festival?
My favorite memories include, first of all, I love to see adults, families there. I love to see little kids enjoying the music. And as a matter of fact, I spoke to one of my neighbors just the other day. I was washing clothes on the laundromat, and she was saying her daughter was first exposed to jazz at the age of 3 months.
Wow.
And it was at the Fort Greene Park Jazz Festival where we did the festival.
Love it.
So that's a memory I'll always treasure.
That's great. So let's talk about why jazz is so important to American history and why it needs to be preserved.
Well, it's going to be preserved because it is a part of our history, We know that perhaps we've seen a decline in the jazz radio stations. It's not as easy to hear it on the radio, but jazz is alive and well, and it always will be. And as I see younger people or growing up in the music industry, some of them don't even realize that what they're listening to or what they're playing very much has jazz chords in a particular song, or they think they're hearing a song for the first time. They don't know Billie Holiday recorded that song, many years ago. So it's important to. I always ask people to support live music. It's great to go out and hear a DJ and so forth, but we want to keep music live. That's what's going to help to perpetuate it, and also to ask for music education in the schools so that we can keep it, keep it formally alive in the school system.
Right.
So.
And this is the 6th year of the Fort Greene Jazz Festival. What would you tell people that maybe are just now hearing about the festival? It's gaining momentum, it's 6th year. What would you tell people that you want to have come out and participate in this year's Fort Greene Jazz Festival?
First thing I would say would be to visit the website, which is www.fortgreeneparkjazzfestival.com. Also, to visit Cynthia, www.cynthiaholiday.music.com and www.ericfrasermusic.com. You can get a whole education. You'll find out about the history of Brooklyn music and all of the people who made it happen. You'll find out about venues, things to do on the weekends, and also it will build the enrichment for your lives in terms of having music. We all need to have music in our lives because it helps us, it gives us longevity.
It does, and it wakes you up in an afternoon like you just did for us. So let's say someone didn't know anything about jazz. What would you tell them that person to expect? Because there's some people who really don't know much at all.
I wouldn't push the fact that it was jazz. I would promote the fact that it's a wonderful afternoon.
Okay.
When you're in a park and you have a blanket and you're with your kids or you're alone, if you come you're going to enjoy yourself. So I would say if you want to have a great time today, come on up to the Fort Greene Jazz Festival. You know, bring your food, bring this, bring that. And it just takes on a life of its own. As Eric said you see children will come up actually on the floor and they'll start dancing. And by maybe the third third song, I'm sorry, you'll see the area becoming larger and larger because people even on the street, they hear the music. And it's such a pleasant surprise and thing to witness and be a part of.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, you've probably seen the jazz scene in Brooklyn change over the years. What is it like today, and how has it changed, even over the last 6 years of the festival?
Yeah.
Great question, because we're in the midst of a renaissance in so many different areas, music and jazz included. You have a multiple of jazz venues now popping up almost every day. You have many more people who are interested in the music. You have people who have come in from far and wide and near, across the seas, Europe and so forth, who are into jazz, and now they find opportunities here in Brooklyn to really be exposed to it. So there's a lot of great things going on, and a lot of great artists. Now we're finding out about the great artists. For those of you who didn't know about Cynthia Holliday, here you go, okay? And it's just a wonderful, wonderful treasure to discover.
And, well, you know, that's great. I mean, of all the things we have to be proud of here in Brooklyn, it being such a great jazz incubator is one of them. And having festivals like this, the Fort Greene Park Jazz Festival is another one of them. So thank you for putting it on. We're looking forward to it. Cynthia, thank you very much for being here today.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and thank you. We're looking forward to the Fort Greene Park Jazz Festival this year. Cynthia, Eric, thank you guys very much for
Well, let me just say that we have gifts for you today, too, as well.
Please.
We have our Fort Greene Park Jazz Festival T-shirt that we're going to give to each of you.
Oh, wow.
And there you
will
go.
cherish that.
You can wear it proudly in Brooklyn. On the back it says,
Very
"Where
good.
Jazz Lives."
I love it.
And you got the website as well.
FortGreeneParkFestival.com?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what? We also have giveaways that we give to people. And these are our Fort Greene Park Jazz Festival pens
All right.
in the colors of the festival. And we have those for you. And people will be able to get those
Fabulous.
free at the
the
festival.
event?
And at the event this Thursday. And also we have magazines that we give away that will inform you about all the things going on connected with jazz.
Fabulous. Well, I'm a pen thief, so I'll be looking for those pens. I love a good pen. Thank you guys so
I
much for
love
being
this.
here. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank you,
Appreciate
Eric.
And
Very nice
people
to meet
should
you.
wear
Cynthia.
comfortable shoes.
Yeah,
Bring
you
your
gotta
dancing
dance.
shoes.
So you got to
Oh,
dance.
You can't go see
Yeah,
Miss Cynthia and
absolutely.
not boogie. We're moving around in our chairs in here,
that's
so be
right.
ready for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you
right.
both
Yes.
so much. It's a pleasure to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Looking forward to the festival.
Likewise.
Absolutely.